Hello, I'm Kosuke. Thank you for watching this video. In this video, let's learn a new sentence pattern. It is noun を verb ないでください. This means please don't do something. For example, ドアを開けないでください means please don't open the door. I'll explain this sentence pattern in this video. To understand this sentence pattern, we need to do two things. 1. Learn about the particle を 2. Get used to the noun form of verbs. Actually, I don't think today's lesson is that difficult. The particle を will not be that difficult, and we have already learned the noun form of Japanese verbs in the last video. So constructing sentences using ないでください will be easy if you have already memorized the noun form of verbs. Honestly, I think my last lesson about the noun form of verbs was a bit difficult because it was the first lesson that we learned about the conjugations of Japanese verbs. So in this video, I want to review what we learned in the last video. And if you'd like a more detailed explanation of the noun form of Japanese verbs, please check out my last video about the noun form from the link in the description area of this YouTube video. Or maybe I should recommend you to visit my webpage about Japanese grammar because on that website you can check my video lessons and grammar quizzes in order. My lessons often build upon earlier lessons, so maybe looking at them in order will help you to understand. I also put a link to that page in the description area of this video. So please visit the page named Japanese Grammar Test if you want to check my lessons and quizzes in order. Okay, so let's start the lesson. The hiragana character を is a special character. This character is used only as a particle. We therefore don't use the character を in any normal words. The pronunciation of を is を or お. But in conversations it probably sounds like お. But actually, in my heart I always say を. But my mouth probably automatically says お in conversations. Anyway, what I want you to remember in this video is を mainly follows the direct object of a verb. This is the most important point in this video. The particle を is often called an object marker. The particle を indicates that the noun right before it is the object of a verb. Object means the target of the action of the verb. Let's check some examples. 彼はドアを開けます. This sentence means he opens the door. 彼 means he. は is a topic marking particle meaning as for. ドア means door. 開けます means to open. So this sentence literally means as for him, he opens the door. So it means he opens the door. Since the particle を follows the noun door, we can know the object of the verb 開けます is the door. Object means the target of the action, so this sentence means he opens the door. Please repeat after me. 彼はドアを開けます。彼はドアを開けます。Okay, good. It's not that difficult, right? を is an object marker. Let's check another example. 私は本を読みます. This sentence means I read books. 私 means I. は is a topic marking particle meaning as for. 本 means book. 読みます means to read. Since the particle を is following the noun 本, we can know that the object of the verb 読みます is 本. So this sentence means I read books. So please repeat after me just in case. 私は本を読みます。私は本を読みます。Okay, good. What I want you to remember in this lesson is を mainly follows the direct object of a verb. If you remember this, that's enough. を mainly follows the object of a verb, but perhaps you have wondered what is this mainly means. Perhaps you thought, does it mean there are exceptions? Actually, there are some exceptions even though I don't think it is that important for you to learn now. It means what sometimes follows a word that is not a direct object of a verb. For example, what sometimes follows the place to perform an action, the starting point of an action, time spent, and so on. However, I don't think remembering them is that important. Even when you encounter these cases, I think you can assume the meaning of them if you just remember that what follows the object of a verb. So in this video, please just remember that what follows the object of a verb. Okay, so let's learn about ないでください. Verb ないでください means please don't do. ないでください is a polite form of requesting someone not to do something. ないで means don't, and ください means please. And this verb must be in the ない form because ない is following it. We learned about the ない form of verbs in my previous video about ないです. So if you have already remembered the ない form of verbs, it is very easy. What I want you to remember from this chapter is this. When we want to say please don't, we just need to replace ないです with ないでください. It is because ないでください follows the ない form of a verb. For example, 私は寝ます means I will sleep. And do you remember the ない form of 寝ます? If you want to think for a while, please pause this video and please think. What is the ない form of 寝ます? The ない form of 寝ます is 寝ないです。寝ないです。寝ます is an 一段 verb. Regarding 一段 verbs, we just need to replace ます with ない to make it the ない form. And です follows it to make the sentence polite. So 私は寝ないです means I will not sleep. If you still don't remember the ない form of verbs, I recommend you to take a screenshot of these tables to remember them. I used these tables in my previous video to explain them. So if you want to hear a more detailed explanation, please check out my previous video about the ない form of Japanese verbs from the description area of this video. Anyway, 寝ないです means I will not sleep. And if you want to say please don't sleep, you can say 寝ないでください. When we want to say please don't do something, we just need to replace ないです with ないでください. Because ないでください follows the ない form of a verb. Then, if you are falling asleep in class, the teacher would tell you 寝ないでください. 寝ないでください. Please repeat after me just in case. 寝ないでください. 寝ないでください. Okay, good. Okay, in this lesson we learned about を and ないでください. So in this chapter, let's check sentences using both of them at the same time. For example, 漫画を読まないでください means please don't read comics. 漫画 means comic. 読みます means to read. Then 漫画を読みます means to read comics. And 読みます is a 五段 verb. Then 読みます becomes 読まない. As we have learned in my previous video about the ない form of verbs, 五段 verbs are conjugated following the hiragana chart. In order to change the mass form of a 五段 verb into the ない form, the E sound right before ます needs to be changed into an A sound. Then 読みます becomes 読まない. Then if you were reading a manga during class, the teacher would tell you 漫画を読まないでください. Please repeat after me. 漫画を読まないでください. 漫画を読まないでください。Okay, good. Then let me ask some questions. How do you say please don't drink alcohol in Japanese? To give you hints, alcohol is お酒 and to drink is 飲みます。So how do you say please don't drink alcohol in Japanese? If you want to think for a while, please pause this video and please think. So the answer is お酒を飲まないでください。お酒を飲まないでください。お酒を飲みます means to drink alcohol. 飲みます is a Godan verb. So in order to make the verb into the nai form, the E sound right before masu needs to be conjugated into an A sound. Then 飲みます becomes 飲まない。So please don't drink alcohol is お酒を飲まないでください。Then if you are drinking alcohol during class, the teacher would tell you お酒を飲まないでください。お酒を飲まないでください。Please repeat after me. お酒を飲まないでください。お酒を飲まないでください。Okay, good. Let's proceed to the next question. How do you say, please don't play games in Japanese? To give you hints, game is ゲーム and to play is します。So how do you say please don't play games in Japanese? If you want to think for a while, please pause this video and please think. So the answer is ゲームをしないでください。ゲームをしないでください。ゲームをします means to play games. します is an irregular verb, and the nai form of します is しない。As we learned in the previous video, only します and きます are Japanese irregular verbs. So, regarding these two verbs, we need to remember their conjugation respectively. The nai form of します is しない。It's simple. So, please don't play games is ゲームをしないでください。ゲームをしないでください。Please repeat after me. ゲームをしないでください。ゲームをしないでください。Okay, good. Let's proceed to the next question. How do you say, please don't open the door in Japanese? To give you hints, door is door, and to open is 開けます。So how do you say, please don't open the door in Japanese? If you want to think for a while, please pause this video and please think. So the answer is ドアを開けないでください。ドアを開けないでください。ドアを開けます means to open the door. 開けます is an 一段 verb. So in order to make it into the nai form, we simply need to change ます into ない。Then 開けます becomes 開けない。So please don't open the door is ドアを開けないでください。ドアを開けないでください。Please repeat after me. ドアを開けないでください。ドアを開けないでください。Okay, good. Let's proceed to the last question. How do you say, please don't eat my cake in Japanese? To give you hints, cake is ケーキ and my cake is 私のケーキ and to eat is 食べます。So how do you say please don't eat my cake in Japanese? If you want to think for a while, please pause this video and please think. So the answer is 私のケーキを食べないでください。私のケーキを食べないでください。私のケーキを食べます means to eat my cake. 食べます is an 一段 verb. So, in order to make it into the ない form, we simply need to change ます into ない。Then 食べます becomes 食べない。So, please don't eat my cake is 私のケーキを食べないでください。私のケーキを食べないでください。Please repeat after me. 私のケーキを食べないでください。私のケーキを食べないでください。Okay, good. Okay, how was it? I hope you got used to how to use the particle を and how to use ないでください。There are two things I want you to remember in this video. を mainly follows the direct object of a verb. Verb ないでください means please don't. If you still haven't gotten used to the ない form of verbs, I recommend you to review my previous video from the description area of this video. Also, for you to review what we learned in this video, please visit my website to try the grammar test about today's topic. I also put the link to the grammar test in the description area of this video. Okay, I hope your studying will go well. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.